KTRH News Time is 5:47. This is Laura Wurzburger.
My father was in the Navy. I was in the Navy. My husband was in the Navy. We had a son-in-law who was in the Navy, and he was killed a year ago. It's just like, you promised us things. Help us out.
Joining us right now on Houston's Morning News is Laura Wurzburger. Laura, thank you so much for getting up early this morning and coming on with us.
Well, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
We're glad to be able to tell your story, and hopefully we'll be able to do something to help out. Give us, if you would, kind of a real thumbnail sketch. Back in 81, you left the Navy, correct?
I actually joined the Navy in 82 and got out in 84.
Okay. And at that point, you left the Navy because of the issues with your thyroid, is that right?
Yes. The Navy diagnosed me with thyroid cancer. They performed surgery to take it out, and then I received radiation. And then they offered me the option of getting out.
And you left the Navy honorably discharged, and you went back to work. You've never really gone back and asked for the government to help you with anything until just recently, right? Absolutely.
I went to school. I had a career. I worked as a respiratory therapist for more than 20 years. And have, got married, had kids, and raised a family, and all that other good stuff.
So you went back to the VA. I just want to fast forward here, and they began the process of trying to give you the help that you were looking for. But after a year, nothing really happened, and you find out later that they lost all your paperwork?
Exactly. I filed in late May of 2010 for VA benefits, which would include medical and cash, and was told, there's a delay. We've got a real big backlog. I started working with the Texas Veterans Commission in March of this year when there'd still been no progress, and then I found out Monday that they can't find my file with all of the paperwork.
Wow. And you've reached out to Ron Paul's office, and we do have a note here from the congressman, which I'll read here in just a moment. And, Laura, do you have the time? Can you hang on for me? I want to take a quick break, but I'd like to come back, and I have a couple of questions about what the VA has said to you about why it's taken so long. And I also have some some correspondence from the VA I'd like to share with you, if that's okay. Can you hang on for me?
Absolutely.
All right, terrific. Hang on. We'll get back to Laura Wurzburger here. She is a veteran who is looking for our help to kind of move her case forward a bit, and I think that we can do that with your help. Stay with us.
Back to Matt and your morning news.
KTRH News Time is 5:52. Laura Wurzburger joining us here this morning. Laura, you are trying to get benefits from the VA that you've been trying to get for a year. They lost your paperwork. You've got mounting medical bills. You possibly may lose your home, you suggested here in October or November. How is it fighting against the VA? I mean, how frustrating has it become for you?
Oh, it is extremely frustrating. It's like you lay awake at night and you worry about things. It's like...
And they have not given you any real response. The response that I've gotten, actually, Nick Reikovich, who's on this story, has shared with me some of the responses. We had to write questions to the VA. They wouldn't actually come on with us, but they wrote back and said that they've got a lot of cases that they're dealing with, Laura, and they'll get around to you as soon as they possibly can. Unfortunately, you don't have that kind of time, do you?
No, I don't. The situation right now is such that it's like, okay, we're looking at the possibility of trying to just manage on my husband's Social Security disability, which is not a whole lot, as you can probably imagine.
Is it possible that you might lose your home in the next couple of months?
Well, actually, we don't have a home right now. We are actually house sitting for some people. I haven't had a place to call a home of my own in a year.
And you're a veteran. You're someone who fought for this country. You're someone who has been willing to fight, to take a bullet if necessary, and we can't get you the proper care that you need. That's amazing to me. Hang on, Laura. Nick is calling from downtown real quick, and I'm going to see if I can bring Nick up here. Hey, Nick, welcome to Houston's Morning News. You say you have the same kind of a situation. I've only got a short amount of time. Tell me what's going on.
Yeah. I just want to say that she's not alone. There are hundreds and thousands of veterans that go the same thing. I've been fighting since '85, I think, when I got out.
Hey, Nick, let me ask you this. Nick, I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm just short on time. But what do you recommend that Laura do that she hasn't done? Is there anything that she might do?
The only thing I started to do was to write our senator to try to get the ball rolling, because in the same situation, I have not gotten any compensation for all my disabilities that I've gone through in the service of the Marine Corps.
Mm-hmm.
And to this day, I just went through my medical hearing, and you got to remember, this is back since '84.
All right, Nick, hang on for me, Nick, if you would. And Laura, I know you're hearing this. You have reached out to Ron Paul's office, and I'm just kind of moving this along here so I can get everything in. He is looking at this. We asked him to come on. He said that he doesn't want to discuss anything right now due to privacy concerns, but he is working on your behalf, is he not?
Yes, he is. He has his staff. I've actually spoken with two different ladies. A lady named Linda out of, oh my gosh, I forget the office, and that was Monday, and then Tuesday I spoke with her immediate supervisor.
Laura, I tell you what we'll do. We are going to reach out to our audience here. We have a huge audience. If there is anyone listening that can help Laura, if there's anyone listening that can give us some suggestions or share their stories, what they did, we're going to pass them along to you. Laura, thank you for reaching out to KTRH. I promise you we will not stop until somehow we get through to somebody and help you move this case forward. You have our word on that.
Well, thank you. It would be very helpful if they would find my file.
And we'll do everything we can to encourage them to find it. Laura, thank you very much. Laura Wurzburger, a veteran just trying to help herself, help her family with the benefits that she deserves. It is amazing.